Hi everyone, Rossbob Squirrel here. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips dealing with best legends, weapons, playstyle, and more to help you rank up in Season 12 on Olympus. For those that are new here, to give some credibility, I play on PS5 and hit Masters in both splits of Season 11 and have also solo queued to Masters back in Season 9 on Olympus. I've also been playing this game nearly every day since day 1. Whether you are solo queuing or with a team trying to move from gold to platinum, platinum to diamond, or diamond to masters, these tips are going to help you in reaching your goals. So let's get right into it. First up, for tip number 1, understanding where to drop and where to rotate. We are returning to Olympus for the first split of ranked in Season 12, but with it comes plenty of new POIs and changes to the map that will likely shift rotations from previous seasons. I would strongly advise taking some time to play in pubs and get a feel for where people are landing with these new locations being out. When it comes to rotating on Olympus, I would advise to try and stay clear of the middle section near Hammond Labs. This part of the map is such a highly contested area. You can have teams roll in from each and every side, causing you to get pinched very quickly and being sent back to the lobby. Rotating on the outer sides of the map will typically be much safer than running through the middle of the map. Tip number 2, using the right legends for this map and season. With the introduction of Mad Maggie and her passive ability that allows her to move faster when carrying a shotgun, we can see that Respawn is really favoring close range weapons in Season 12. If Maggie isn't enough proof of this, the hammer point hop-up being brought back into the game and the longbow and flatline exclusively being available in the replicators shows very clearly that the devs are wanting to have more close quarters type of fighting. With all that being said, Mad Maggie is going to be one of my top choices this season given her abilities. Also, there are so many places on this map that are indoors that playing Caustic is such a solid choice. Not to mention that Tridents still exist on Olympus and you can place his traps on the front and back of the vehicle, which can come in clutch when running into a team. Valkyrie, in my opinion, will always be a solid choice in ranked, given that you essentially have a get out of jail free card with her ultimate. It is quite easy to hit players going up the zip lines, but having Valk's skyward dive makes you a harder target to hit. As well, having a Valk on your team is clutch because you can scan the beacons around the map to find the next ring location. These 3 legends, Mad Maggie, Caustic, and Valkyrie, are going to be my top 3 choices this split. Some other great legends on this map will be Gibraltar, Bloodhound, and Crypto. Next up, we have tip number 3, be patient and push smart. I have mentioned this on my previous ranked videos, but it stands true on Olympus more than ever. Now, what I mean by this is knowing when to move forward and attack a team, and knowing when you need to back off and rotate out of there. Earning RP is so dependent on both kills or assists and placement in ranked. However, especially this split and this season, it is even more so dependent on your placement. If you have a couple of KP, but make a mistake by pushing a team you don't necessarily need to, you could very well still go negative for the game if you are eliminated. All of this goes hand in hand with being patient. You might get a knock or 2 at the beginning of the game, but might not have a great opportunity to fight another team until round 4 or 5 of the ring closing in, and that is perfectly okay and in my opinion, a great way to play in higher lobbies. Also, one thing you really have to keep in mind on this map is that enemies can quickly try and third party you from multiple ways, such as jump towers, tridents, or the phase runner, so I would suggest trying to finish your fights within 30 seconds of starting them. If you are playing ranked to move up, just remember you do not always have to be go go go, which is how pubs feels. Quickly assess the fight you are going up against and know when to back out if needed. For tip number 4, weapon choices. Back to the point of Respawn prioritizing close range fighting this season with the weapon changes and introduction of Mad Maggie, I would strongly advise rocking 1 medium range gun and 1 close range gun. For me, I'm probably going to rock an R301 with an RE45 or P2020, or I'm going to rock a flatline with a Mozambique or the Mastiff. The double light gun option is something that resonates really well with me because you only have to worry about finding 1 ammo type. As well, since the alternator is now back on the ground floor and the Volt is into the care package, we have the most automatic light guns in normal loot ever in Apex Legends history, meaning your chances of other players rocking light ammo is going to be quite high this season. Also, don't forget you can quickly and easily craft ammo from the replicators if you are in a pinch. I strongly feel that longer range weapons, especially snipers, are going to be at a disadvantage this season given the close quarter playstyle of Olympus and due to Mad Maggie's abilities. Tip number 5, over-communicate with your team. I've mentioned this in other ranked videos, but lack of communication or miscommunication is what will hold you back the most from climbing ranked. I highly recommend that you use a microphone and go into game chat, especially in higher lobbies. As well, if you are squatting up with just 1 person, don't stay in your private party chat. Switch over to game chat so your whole team can hear you, even if they don't have a mic. If you are solo queuing, I know that talking and communicating with your random teammates can be very intimidating. My piece of advice is to be the one to start talking as you are landing, calling out if any teams are landing with you or dropping nearby. Typically, this can help get your randoms in the zone and be more willing to communicate with you as well, assuming they have a microphone plugged in. If you don't have a mic, I would overping everything, whether that's weapons, enemies, or locations to move to. I would also advise that you inform your teammates of what weapons or attachments you are looking for so they can keep an eye out for you. Also, trying not to be toxic will be huge with your squad mates. When there isn't good chemistry between you and your teammates, you won't be playing your best. Communicating with your team professionally will give you more of an upper hand than you realize. Now, I do have a bonus tip for you guys as well. Sometimes your teammates are not going to make the smartest plays, and that is okay. We all have been there before where we make mistakes. With that said, just know that it is okay to leave behind your teammates if they have done something that got themselves killed, and it is risky to recover their banner. Going back to the team chemistry component, a good teammate will understand and realize you are making the right call to preserve your entire team's RP. A bad teammate will be upset you didn't risk everything to save them. Sometimes there are just situations where running away is the best option to help you move up in ranked. If you follow these tips, I strongly believe you will be able to move up quickly in ranked and hit whichever level you want to during this split on Olympus. Ranked can be a grind and be frustrating at times, but keep your head up and you will pull through. If you are new around here and want to see Apex Legends content, including glitches, tips, and live gameplay, be sure to subscribe as I post nearly every day to YouTube. Good luck with your games, have fun, and I will catch you in the next one.